Miles asks, as I learn new things about my business and mission, I feel the need for change. These changes are sometimes big and based on strategic pivots. How can I change or refine the mission of my business without the risk of being inconsistent?
Pivot is such a popular word for startups. I mean, basically, it means like you try one thing, you find that it doesn't work, and then you try something else. But too many founders, when you ask them, well, why do you do that? Basically give you an answer in terms of, I had this great idea coming out of business school, my MBA, and, they want to do the strategic exit in the next 3 to 4 years. That's usually not a good reason to be in business, okay? And it makes the pivot too likely in terms of, this doesn't seem to go anywhere. Well, maybe instead of, opening restaurants, I should change motor oil in performance cars. On the other hand, I'm almost doing the do's and don'ts already here. On the other hand, a business can also not stand still. So you have an iconic whatever shirt, and now you want to be just a tuck-in shirt because that works so well. Men love it, okay, to wear their shirt outside. If that's all you are, it might become limited. Look at how do you evolve. And that's where the mission and myth should help you guide, because that is usually bigger than any particular product category, geography, okay, or customer group, and should give you a good avenue. Meaning is much broader than material. So when you look at meaningful or lifestyling brands that give identity, they can all of a sudden become flower shops, hotels, etc., because that meaning translates to hospitality, to a style you wear or you live in. It can be furniture, etc. So look to your mission and myth as to where the direction can go and what expression it can have.
So in a sense, what you're really saying is that as long as your mission is, or your story perhaps, is something that can sustain itself through changes, then it doesn't really matter what kind of business change you have to make, as long as it kind of like is coherent with your story, unless you're changing your entire story. Is that correct?
Yes, I would even go a step further. I'd say you have to make changes. Nothing is more boring than staying the same, and it doesn't work in our fast-paced life anyway. There's even people saying that every category is now a fashion category. Doesn't matter what you're selling, it always has to evolve. It has to kind of present itself in a different light. But staying true to yourself. It's just like yourself, you don't wear the same clothes that you wore like 5 years ago. You probably have a different haircut. Things change, context changes, certain signals change, certain whatever behavior patterns change, yet you can still stay true to yourself as you change. And that's the key, I think. And that's where the mission and the myth help you.